Hi, my name is Christina Polzine, and I'm the Business Account Manager for Hummingbird Technologies in Canada. I've currently worked as an agronomist for the last 15 years, and have recently joined the Hummingbird Technologies team in Canada. I'd like to spend the next couple minutes to introduce you to some of the product offerings that Hummingbird Technology has. Hummingbird Technologies was founded in 2016 in the United Kingdom. Since then, it has expanded to over 5 continents in 10 countries. A primary objective of the Hummingbird team is to look at providing advanced crop insights through our remote sensing imagery analytics. A large proportion of our Hummingbird team resides over in the UK and is composed of several data scientists and computer engineers. The growth of Hummingbird Technologies over the last 4 years has been through a number of investment companies to help grow, and one of those being TELUS Agriculture. So Hummingbird Technologies has a number of product offerings in the remote sensing analytics. This can include using remote sensing imaging to develop VR application maps. It may be using low-resolution satellite imagery on a regional scale to understand different crop type classification. Even furthermore, there's been, I think, a large amount of interest in using remote sensing to develop yield prediction maps, or even evaluating sustainability measures such as soil health, for example. At a more kind of microanalytic scale, using UAVs, for example, we can start evaluating specific plant identification type of scenarios, and that tends to be more high value crops. So we may be interested in sizing certain crops like lettuce or broccoli, and that's where some of these tools have a great impact in. The last piece is just being able to integrate our platform in with other data players and creating that seamless transfer of information. So among the Hummingbird technology products, we have a platform that houses all our remote sensing data for fields throughout growing seasons. So I've provided a snapshot of just a platform of what it looks like. And so here we've got an example where we can look at a specific season, a specific crop, and we can search within those specific fields. In the platform, you have the ability to add specific crops or to add fields, and this is all can be done manually through the user interface. There are multiple analysis layers that include an NDVI, a photographic imagery, crop variability, or green area index. We've got ability to compare different time series as well, and this can be important when we're looking at maybe fields that have a bit of cloud. So there is a cloud detection tool, and this can be identified when we've got a little cloud icon on our survey ribbon at top, and a little message will pop up to give you an indication of what percentage is under cloud cover. The cloud detection tool just masks out the cloud, so the analysis isn't distorted. The kind of, I guess, reasoning behind keeping cloud data within is that even while we have Sentinel-2 imagery that's providing that 3 to 4 day turnaround on images, we may go through a period where we've got extensive cloud cover, so it's nice to have some options to still have data in there that may have a little bit of cloud cover. So as I mentioned, that one of the analysis layers is a normalized difference vegetation index. The kind of purpose of having that layer in is to provide the ability to compare healthy and non-healthy regions of the field. This gives you, as a grower or as a user of the platform, the ability to kind of monitor any variability that can occur during the growing season, during the main kind of peaks of growth. We use our own NDVI transformation rather than that of software, and that kind of keeps the robust calibration of the data when you compare it to other image sources. And so, using NDVI can provide some good insights into areas of the field that aren't producing very well, and to start kind of going into those areas and understand what's limiting production. Another layer that I mentioned was the crop variability component. And just as the name suggests, we can identify the variation of growth rate within a field. Typically, this works on kind of what the rate of change has been in NDVI over time, where we can identify some of the best and the worst performing areas of the field. Again, this is developed in-house, and so we can provide a tool that can help identify areas of the field that might require more attention because the rate of development is either slowed or has really excelled. And so we can kind of start understanding what might be causing some of those changes. In addition to being able to track and monitor different fields and their level of NDVI and variability, we have the ability to build our own variable rate maps in the platform. And so the, the construction of those applications are based on NDVI measurements, where we can, for example, maybe look at applying higher rates of fungicide to areas of the field that are got more biomass, for example, or conversely, not applying any fungicide or any type of product to areas where there's very low or poor production. And so this is kind of a way where growers can work with their agronomists who developed unique application plans. So one of the kind of final pieces, and I think one of our most valuable tools within our platform, is our field leaderboard and benchmarking tool. So the leaderboard allows us to sort fields by crop or variety. We can narrow in on, say, the specific seeding date, but we can rank fields by their average NDVI. And so it gives us some insight based on, fields that might be producing poorly that should be tracking along a bit better. And so it brings our attention to those fields. Similarly, the benchmarking tool allows us to specifically kind of key in on certain fields and how they're tracking along throughout the growing season. So here's an example of some spring wheat that was grown in 2020. And so through the benchmarking tool, we can compare 4 fields throughout the growing season and track and monitor changes in that growth pattern. And this is a great way to assess a crop either during the growing season to see how it might be comparing to, as it's growing, or to kind of come back and kind of understand why there might be some variability on a field and why it maybe didn't yield as much. And so, this type of data can be used, I think, to help us manage some of our crops at harvest time, or to give some insight into just, their productive capabilities. If you have any more questions about Hummingbird technology and our products and product offerings, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can visit our website at hummingbirdtech.com, or we have recently partnered with Farm at Hand to make this imagery available in Canada. And so you can visit their farmathand.com website and look under their partners tab. Any specific questions can be directed to Hummingbird Canada at farmathand.com. I thank you for your time and have a great day.